Argument number 2. We can't come to Christ unless God draws us. All that the Father gives me will come to me. Whoever comes to me, I will never cast out. If the Father gives me to the Son, I go to the Son. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him, and I will raise him up on the last day. It is the Spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. The words, let me go back here. I had a student, I taught at Bethel for 6 years, 1974 to 80. And I had a lot of opposition from the students when it came to things like this. And I remember using John 6:44 one day in class to argue that nobody can come to Jesus unless the Father draws him. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him. And a fellow named Bill, very, very bright, he went on to become an Episcopalian priest. He just raised his hand. He said, I think he draws everybody. So that's a true statement. Nobody can come to me unless the Father draws me. He draws everybody. That's the first time I'd ever heard anybody say that. I thought, okay, I'll think about that. That'd be a good Wesleyan Arminian prevenient grace is given to everybody, and nobody can come to him unless the Father does some drawing, but he doesn't draw them decisively. Okay, now I went home, and this is what you should always do. You should always read the rest of the chapter. So here's what happens. Now we're down at verse 63. It is the Spirit who gives life. The flesh profits nothing. The words that I have spoken to you are spirit and are life. But there are some of you who do not believe. For Jesus knew from the beginning who they were who did not believe and who it was who would betray him, Judas. And he was saying, for this reason I have said to you, no one can come to me unless it has been granted to him from my Father. And I saw that argument won't work. This is Judas. This is Judas. Jesus is saying the reason Judas hasn't come is because the Father hasn't drawn him. That's what he's saying. He knew who would not believe. He knew who would betray him. For this reason, I have said to you, no one can come. It's Judas is exhibit A. Judas does not come to me because he can't come unless it is granted to him from the Father. God could have saved Judas, just like he saved you. You weren't any easier to save than Judas. Dead is dead. And he didn't. He was a son of perdition. It was already decided long ago that he would not be saved. And God wasn't obliged to save him.